Hi, friends. I'm David from David O Yoga, and if you have sciatic pain in your low back or down the back of one or both of your legs, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you some stretches that will help you relieve and prevent sciatic pain from making your life so darn miserable. All right, let's talk a little bit about what the sciatic nerve is and why sometimes it can become painful. The sciatic nerve is actually the largest nerve in your whole body. And if you have sciatic nerve pain, you are not surprised by this, right? I mean, the pain is awful and it's relentless. It's just there. You could be standing, you could be sitting, you could be lying down. Nothing seems to help, right? So where does the pain come from? Well, the sciatic nerve actually originates in the lumbar spine and the sacral spine, so the low back and the base of the spine, and it runs down underneath the glute and the hip extender muscles, down the back of the leg, down the back of the thigh, all the way down to the heel and to the sole of the foot. The sciatic nerve plays a vital role in connecting your spinal cord to the skin and muscles of your leg. And it can become aggravated for a couple reasons. One, injury, right? Some kind of injury that causes something to press up against that nerve. And if you believe your sciatic nerve pain is the result of an acute injury, obviously you need to see a doctor. You need to see a chiropractor and have it checked out. Promise me you'll do that, okay? But a really common cause of sciatic nerve pain is due to chronically tight hips and the low back that cause inflammation and cause muscles to press in on the sciatic nerve. So what is the leading cause of this kind of tightness in the hips and low back? It's sitting, folks. Sitting is not good for you. And unfortunately, we all do too much of it, right? So the stretches I'm going to show you today will help to relieve pressure off the sciatic nerve due to chronically tight hips and low back. I think they're really going to help you. Okay, our first stretch is a version of Pigeon, and we're going to use the wall for some support here. So this is a great way to externally rotate the hip and to lengthen and release the hip extender muscles like the piriformis, which can sometimes become inflamed and press in on the sciatic nerve. So this is a really, really great stretch, okay? So find yourself a wall, and you want to scoot your hips right up against the wall. So feel the outside of the hip right up against the wall, and then just sweep the legs straight up. And make sure there's no gap here. You want your sit bones pressing right up against the wall. From here, keeping the right leg straight, bend the left knee, bring the left ankle to the right thigh just above the right knee. Now you already may be feeling a stretch here in the outside of the right hip and the glute. The left hip here. Gently, slowly begin to bend the right knee just a little bit at a time. Flex the left foot. And here's the key, folks. You want to notice if the sacrum is lifting off the ground, you want to press your sacrum into the ground. How do you do that? You press the right foot against the wall and tilt the hips down to the ground. That's the position that really gets the deep stretch in the left hip, releasing pressure from the sciatic nerve, okay? So take a moment, adjust. You can interlace the hands behind the right knee and just take it a little bit at a time, right? So a couple breaths, feel the body relax into it. And then maybe that's where you stay, or maybe you take it a little bit deeper. And you keep on moving the right foot down, bringing the stretch deeper into the left hip. And each time you feel the sacrum lift, you press the sacrum down by pressing your foot into the wall. And then just hang out for a good minute, 2 minutes here, breathing, relaxing, close your eyes. Also notice the right knee will want to splay out to the right. It's okay at first, but then slowly begin to bring it in square so that the knee is square with the rest of the leg. And again, press the sacrum down into the mat. You'll really feel this. This is one of my favorite stretches. And after a couple minutes, take both legs up the wall, breathe, relax, and then switch. Okay, our next stretch is another version of pigeon. I call this one seated pigeon, sitting pigeon. Okay, so for this one, you're going to probably want a blanket or a block or a cushion. So let me grab a block here and extend both legs straight out in front of you. And we're going to take the same leg position as we took up the wall, only this time we're seated. So bring that left ankle to the top of the right thigh, flex the left foot, and the ankle is just above the right knee. And that right leg stays straight. Now, you probably want a little support under this left knee. That's what the block is for. Sit up nice and tall, and then very slowly reach up nice and tall through the spine. So the heart and the crown of the head lifting, and then walk the hands forward into a fold. Now, as soon as you start to feel some resistance here, stay, breathe, relax, close your eyes. And again, you'll feel the stretch in the outside of the left hip and the glute, maybe down the right hamstring. And just continue to take it slowly into a deeper and deeper fold. Each time you feel resistance, stay, breathe, relax. Working your way all the way down to your fullest expression, wherever that is. So don't push it. Just find that place where it feels like a balance between effort and ease, and you're getting a nice stretch. And you can grab the right foot to stabilize if you'd like. And when you're ready, slowly rise up. Extend both legs long, maybe pedal your feet out a little bit, and then switch sides. So again, just like leg up the wall pigeon version, this is a great way to get a deep release in the outside muscles of the hip and the hip extenders and release pressure off that sciatic nerve. Good stuff. All right, this next stretch has a fun name. The yogic Sanskrit name is Ardha Matsyendrasana, which means half Lord of the Fishes pose. And this is a really great stretch to decompress the spine, and you get a little rotation and twist here to stretch and release the muscles of the low back and the hips. And again, all of this helps to relieve pressure from the sciatic nerve. For this one, I recommend a blanket for a little support underneath the sit bones, okay? So to start, bend the right knee so that that right knee is pointing straight ahead of you, and then step the left foot over the right thigh, bringing the sole of the left foot down to the mat. Now, what might happen here is you're falling over to the right, that left sit bone comes up. That's where the blanket comes into play. You can place it under that left sit bone or under both sit bones to give yourself some support. Place the left hand behind you. Press into that left hand and lift up tall through the heart and through the crown of the head. Reach up to the sky with the right hand, and then right elbow to the outside of that left knee as you lift tall, and then twist. So you're pressing into the left hand, lifting tall through your spine, and then gently using the right elbow to deepen the twist. And just stay for, again, 30 seconds to a minute here, deepening gently into the twist with each exhale. And then finally, when you're ready, unravel and do the other side. Okay, so this last stretch, I just call it the sciatic stretch because it's really great at stretching all of the muscles that run the whole length of the sciatic nerve, from the hips, down the back of the leg, to the heel and the sole of the foot. And if you're suffering from sciatic pain right now, this can feel a little intense, but it provides almost immediate relief when you're done. So I'm excited to show it to you. Okay, so to begin, you're going to bend the knees and take a forward fold. Now, if Even with the knees bent, if it's a challenge to get the hands down, use some blocks, use some support for the hands, okay? Now, keeping the left knee bent, you're going to straighten the right leg by pushing the right glute and the right hip back. So you're rotating this right hip back a little bit until the right leg is straight. The left knee stays bent here. Now, right away, you're probably feeling a good stretch up the back of the leg, the right leg to the right hip. From here, roll to the outside edge of the right foot. Now the stretch becomes a little intense, right? Pressing into the right heel, you're going to push back on the right hip, so pushing the right glute and the right hip back, and then walk your fingers out in the direction diagonal from that right hip. So walking the hands out and take a fold here. Breathe, relax into it, and just hang out. And you can make little micro adjustments. Walk the hands back, take a deeper fold, walk the hands forward. Again, you're walking the hands diagonally away from that right hip, fold. And then you can try walking the hands around to the left a little bit more. And as you do, keep pressing this right hip back. So you want to really lengthen and stretch the outside of that right leg. And as you reach over to the left here, that just deepens the stretch. Again, stay here for 30 seconds, a minute, maybe even 2 minutes. Breathe. And when you're ready, walk the hands back. Come to the sole of both feet. Bend into both knees. Wave up the spine. And just shake it out and do the other side. Well, there you have it, friends. 4 stretches to help you relieve and hopefully prevent sciatic pain from ever returning. I used to have chronic sciatica a lot, and these are the stretches that have helped me personally overcome that pain, and I have literally not had sciatic pain for years. So I'm hopeful that these will help you like they helped me. If you enjoy my teaching, if these did indeed help you, please click the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you're notified when all the videos come out. And if you're feeling a little bit energized now and you want to flow with me, go ahead and click the flow practice next to me, and I think you'll enjoy it. Thank you.